Hi guys, today I'm going to do a compilation of all the journal setups that I have done for this channel since 2024. I have done mostly in my travel size notebook, so if you are also a travel size notebook user, I think this will be a very good start to get some ideas of how you can decorate your journal as well. I have worked on A5 journals previously, but I found since 2024 that travel size notebook just kind of works for the kind of work that I do and what I need to document. And this is specifically for my bullet journal, which I use for my work. Sorry if I sound a little bit husky or irritated in my voice. I just have been having this really dry cough for the last 2 weeks and it's annoying me. But nevertheless, this video is going to have 5 videos that have been compiled, and some of these videos will also talk about giveaways, and that's just a disclaimer that I have done that in my past and that's not a giveaway that we are going to do for this video. This is more to give you a general idea of how you can take inspiration from the ones that I have done, and also if you want to do similar way, just feel free to do that. I would love if you would also tag me in your creation on my Instagram, so that would be a nice way to also bond over similar kind of interest. I thought of doing this because I know there are a lot of new subscribers and you probably would not have seen some of my past creations. So I thought that I would just bring it up, and since we are also approaching the mid of this year, which is insane, I thought that this would be a great opportunity because I know a lot of you, like me, like to have 2 separate journals. I will be creating a new one for the second half of this year, so stay tuned for that. Subscribe to the channel and let's start with all the journals.
Hello everyone and welcome back. If you're new here, hi, I'm Alicia and I like to do bullet journaling and scrapbooking videos in this channel. In today's video, we will be setting up my 2024 bullet journal in this beautiful olive green traveler's notebook from Notebook Therapy. I recently did a notebook therapy haul and made a quick review about their notebooks where I go in details about the paper quality and do a lot of pen tests. If you have not checked that one out, the link will be mentioned in the description below. Anyway, this is going to be my 3rd year setting up a bullet journal, though I have only documented it in YouTube from late 2022, so little over a year. I am only writing down my name for now, but we will come back to this page and also that first awkward page that we have towards the end of the setup. To kickstart the setup video, I will start with the future log, which is a crucial part in setting up a bullet journal. The future log is like a bird's eye view of the entire year, or rather in my case, it will be for the first 6 months. The future log is a catch-all place where I jot down important dates and events that I need to remember for the months ahead. It helps me stay organized and plan ahead. From what I have seen from a few creators here on YouTube who have used the Traveler's Notebook, it has only lasted them 3 to 4 months. So essentially, you will end up using 3 to 4 notebooks in a year. I am going to set it up for 6 months as I believe I will be able to fit in most of my entries for this period, but I will keep you posted in case I also have to migrate into a new notebook come spring. So here you will see me making 6 boxes of 8 by 8 grid spaces, basically 4 cm by 4 cm square box which will host the monthly calendars. I printed out the titles in my business font so all the pages will have the same font. This year I have decided to go with a nature inspired theme. Basically it's going to be leaves and florals, maybe a touch of earthly colors, at least to begin the year with. But going forward for all the monthly themes, I will definitely have a lot more different themes for different months. Decorating my journal not only makes it visually appealing but also gets me excited to use it regularly. It is absolutely not required to do such an elaborate decoration. You can have a very minimalistic approach to it, just like Ryder Carroll, the inventor of bullet journal. But I like to bring my personal artistic touch to it, as I am not a minimalistic person in any sense. When I was a kid, I used to love collecting these scented erasers that came in different designs. They were my prized possessions, and as I grew older, I collected music cassettes, plants, and now stationeries. My IKEA LX doors are currently filled with washi tapes, ephemeras, wax seals, and stamps. It has reached to a certain point that I might have to be creative in finding a better storing solutions. Anyway, coming to the spread, the first floral washi tape was from Journal Say, and the second one was from the washi tape shop's Autumn Bouquet washi tape sticker set. Whew, that was quite a mouthful. I love this sticker set as it always brings out so much happiness in me and my spreads. I like to start Sunday as the start of the week, and this time I also wanted to add the week numbers in my calendar. Though it doesn't really make a huge difference, but I just wanted to try this one out for this year and see if I can match up with certain things, especially when it comes to the business. To write the days of the month, I'm using a Sakura Pigma Micron 01. This is the finest Pigma Micron that I own, and it is very thin, so it works perfectly to jot down the numbers within the small 5 mm dot grid space. For the week's number, I am using the watercolor marker that I have from Nova. This was a store-bought marker some time ago, like almost 3 years ago that I bought. So I will unfortunately not be able to link this one for you guys. But to finish the spread, I am going to use the sticker set from Washi Tape Shop and just sprinkle it around the spread and just cut off the edges so it is all in symmetry. Moving on to the next page, which will be my 2024 goals spread. In my previous journals, I did not specifically write down my goals for the year in the beginning, but I was jotting them down here and there throughout the year. But going forward, I want to have a dedicated space for my big goals for the year and then further break it down to mini goals, perhaps every quarter or every month. Breaking it down to achievable small goals will also keep me motivated and not feel disheartened if I'm not able to achieve it immediately, because some of the goals that I have in mind will take time. To decorate the page, I have used this script washi tape, and I'm also going to use this floral washi tape, or rather floral PET tape from Journal Say. This is honestly not one of my favorites, but then it kind of fits the theme. I like using PET tapes because some of the designs that I have are very elaborate, and you will see in the following pages that I have used probably just one or two of the PET designs, and it kind of fills up the entire spread. And it is very easy to fill up spread using the large designs, and especially if you do not want to go overboard with your designs. Rolling up all the washi tapes, well, not all, but some of my washi tapes in color coordination in this plastic acrylic sheet that I bought some time ago from Shein has really been helpful in collecting all the washi tapes in one place, and also it serves a very good purpose to me when I am traveling and also want to journal at the same time, so I don't have to carry the bulky rolls with me, but I also have a lot of options in a more flatter manner. I am going to have three categories here: business, which is my sticker shop in Etsy, personal, and health. For business, I want to diversify my shop and include some personalized handmade macrame products like bookmarks, book sleeves, dream catchers, etc. I also have a Cricut where I cut my stickers in my home studio and also want to use it to its full potential. Not sure how that's going to span out and how profitable it will be, but that's something I want to try out for my business. I also want to introduce Patreon to my subscribers, but I'm a bit anxious that nobody is going to join. Having some imposter syndromes and overthinking things are never good. Anyway, I do plan on launching Patreon eventually, sometime this year, and I want to make it worthy for you. So let me know what would you like me to offer in case you are interested to join my Patreon community. Printables and stickers are definitely on the card, but I want to understand if anything else that can bring the community together. Next few spreads are actually going to be for the media that I'm going to consume, that will come in the form of movies, TV series, documentaries, etc. I used to also add books to this list, but as you have seen, I have a separate reading journal right now, so I will exclude the book that I have read or I will be reading in 2024 in this notebook and have a separate journal altogether for it. My husband and I love to watch movies and TV series together, and we do watch a lot, so documenting them is something I like to do for fun. Since the real estate on this notebook to write is very small, I will make a Dutch door and keep the decoration on these few spreads on a minimal, so I have enough space to write. I'm laying down this very light green washi tape on the center of the page so that it does not come out on the other side. I have not cut it too far, so hopefully the pages will stick together and it will not come off. With the offcut, I'm just going to put it in the corner and try to make it more decorative. I am going to simply decorate the two corners with this gorgeous PET tape from Journal Say. In fact, the PET tapes are all from Journal Say in this setup. This PET tape roll is one of my favorites that I bought from Journal Say. The designs are very large, as you can see, and it fills up a lot of space. It is also very vibrant. Well, not too vibrant like in your face kind of, but it has the very subtle, very peachy pink color that I like. I'm not a very pinky person, in general, but I do like me some pink at times, especially when it comes to pretty pinks. It's very nice. To finish off the spread, I am going to use this green marker again to draw borders all around the page so everything ties in together. Next spread is going to be for all the TV series we watch together. We recently finished watching The Crown Season 6 and it has been one of the highly anticipated releases of Netflix. But I must say the season finale was a little underwhelming for me. A good representation overall though, very fun to watch. The other comedy series we are currently watching is called Fisk. It's an Australian comedy series, and the thing I like about it is that it does not try very hard to make it funny. A simple and effective plot to get by. I also loved watching The Boys and The Invincible on Prime Video. These are a little anti-hero kind of series, so which was very different from the superhero movies and the series that we get so much these days. I'm using Tombow Dual Pen 553 to cover all the edges. In my previous journals, I had included documentaries in the TV series list, but for this year, I will be making a separate spread, which is going to be this spread for docu-series or any documentaries that we watch. I gravitate towards true crime documentaries, and I can imagine a lot of you enjoy it too. We finished watching Bad Surgeon on Netflix and really felt so bad for the victims, because when it comes to your doctor, you are trusting them with your life, literally, and when they take advantage of that trust, it is just horrifying. The other recent finish was The Billionaire, the Butler, and the Boyfriend on Netflix again. That covers a scandalous true crime story involving tax evasion, financial abuse, and a political scandal of the heir of L'Oreal. That was a very fascinating story of the ultra rich. And I forgot to mention the Tombow Dual Pen that I used. It is in number 723 if you're interested. Moving on to the next spread, which is going to be my social media tracker spread. I introduced this spread in my journal this year in 2023, and I have quite enjoyed seeing my progress throughout the months. So basically, I am making tiny 4x4 dot grid spaces boxes for each month where I will put the numbers in the end of the month. I am not a very big channel yet, but I do aspire to grow and get more creative videos out for you. And seeing that so many of you love what I make, it also makes me very happy, and the numbers are just a testament to it. I recently crossed 2000 subscribers on YouTube, and it is still so surreal to me. So thank you to one and all who has subscribed to my channel and logs in every week to watch all my videos. Your support really means the world to me, and it actually helps to grow this channel. So if you have not subscribed yet, please do hit the thumbs up button. It helps with the algorithm, and YouTube will be placing my videos in front of more people who likes to do journaling and also shares the similar interest as you and I. I want to make videos that will give you ideas to implement in your own journal, as well as maybe a monthly studio vlog video so you can have a sneak peek into my daily life. I want to do a Q&A video where I can answer any of your questions and just hang out with you. I realized that I should have placed the media more towards the left because there's going to be social media and the tracker as well. And if I was going to put the media in center, it will eventually come off since it's on top of the PET tape, so it's not going to be very sticky. But when I tried to take it out, it obviously broke, as you can see, because the font is very thin and it's not the strongest. Anyway, I'm going to reintroduce the same floral PET tapes and the sticker sheets that I have used in the future log, so it has some continuity with the previous pages. The three social media platforms that I am very active on is YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram, and the handle is same for all three of them, which will be popping up in the screen right now. Here you can see I have added Etsy to the tracker, but Etsy is not technically a social media platform, but I am slowly growing my admirers there, so just a moral boost for me, I guess. The last one is for my Patreon that I have already spoken about in details. I was going to leave it blank, but I realized if I don't pen it down, I will probably chicken out and not do it anymore. So it will live there unmarked until I officially launch the page. So stay tuned for that. This spread is one of the most important spreads that I have in my bullet journal, mainly because this is where I will be tracking my periods. It is important to record these details as change in the pattern could lead to health issues, and as maintaining a healthy body is one of my goals for 2024, I could not skip this spread. Sometimes I wish we could just receive a text message from God that we are all good and not pregnant. That would be such a blessing. But no, that's not the reality. So we put our big girl pants and tackle it as it comes. Because it is so stressful, I want to make this spread as pretty and inviting as possible. I'm going to use the washi tape stickers again from the washi tape shop to fill in the decoration. This current washi tape is from the washi tape sticker set, which is called Ricordi della Sofita. I hope I am pronouncing it correct. But this entire set is very pretty. However, I gravitate more towards this larger washi tape set because it has more subtle designs and they are also very pretty. I like the scripts in it. I, however, have never tried to read the writings on it, so maybe I should actually read what it says. But I believe these are like snippets of poems from famous artists, or maybe they are just scribbles from the artist themselves. I have used the same Sakura Pigma Micron 01 to write the names of the month, and this is the very finest fine liner that I possess, like I mentioned, and it looks very dainty, and I like how it looks, honestly, especially with the dotted borders, which gives a very cottagecore or fairycore vibes that I was not really leaning towards, but that's, I guess, what we are going with right now. Again, to finish the spread, I will make a box around the spread using the same Tombow dual brush pen in 553, so everything ties in together and the elements do not look like they are just hanging and floating in the page. Coming to the last and final spread in this video will be my ideas generation spread. I have divided it into two categories: content ideas and store ideas. I want to make videos apart from my usual monthly plan with me videos where the studio vlog comes in picture, but I also want to add varieties, and this page will be where I will jot them down. Will they ever see the light of production is up for debate, but it's good to have a place to store the ideas. If you have any suggestions or you want me to work on something, like any particular topic that you're interested, do let me know and I will do my bit of research and I'll come back to you with a video on it. The same goes for my store. Like I mentioned, I do want to expand and diversify my store from just a sticker shop and include different products. I am already testing for washi tapes and enamel pins, but I need to outsource them as I cannot make them at home, and that definitely takes time. So I will keep you posted when it arrives and when it will be live on my shop for you to purchase them. I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit of these floral stickers all around the page, as I don't want to take up a hefty amount of space because I do need the space for writing. Now let's move to the beginning of the notebook because we left it blank and I did say that we will be coming back to it. So while making the entire setup, I was not thinking of any particular design or setup to do for this first awkward page, and I did not come up with any idea. So I'm just going to stick it and just pretend that it doesn't exist. And then I will move on to the very first page, the name page, and I am going to stick this girl washi tape, the PET tape that I actually got as a freebie from one of the stationery stores that I had ordered a sticker book from. And while cutting out the washi tape from journal say, there were a lot of words that were there, and I was not thinking of putting any word of the year this year. Last year I had growth in mind, but I never wrote it down. But this year I want to go with the word tranquility. I thrive when I have peace and calm in my life, so I want to have tranquility for the year so I can be more creative and I can bring all the creative juice out for you to enjoy. Well friends, we have finally reached to the end of this video. Thank you so much for joining me in this floral creative journey. Here is a quick flip through of what we have created for this video, and I hope that it has inspired you with some ideas for your own journal. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. For all the products that I have used, I will be linking them in the description below. For things that I have not, I have already mentioned that they are store bought, so I unfortunately don't have the online version for it, but I will try to find something which is similar to it so you can also emulate the similar design in your journals. If you like any particular spread from this video, do let me know in the comment section, and if you are going to emulate the same, please also tag me on your social media handle. I love seeing people's creativity and also get inspired in return. So please do tag me in your creative journey as well. I have many more videos to show you in the upcoming months, so I hope you will follow me along, and I will see you in the next one. Bye! Hello everyone and welcome back. I'm Alicia, and in today's video, I'm going to set up my 2024 second half of the year bullet journal, as I am finishing up with my current traveler's notebook, which I was using this beautiful maple journey from Notebook Therapy. But now I am transitioning into this other Notebook Therapy traveler's notebook, which is called the Suki's Maple Sale. It is in this beautiful red velvet linen cover, and it is 160 GSM dotted paper inside and has very thick paper. So I have done a little review about this notebook. I will link it up in the card, or it will be in the description below. I have enjoyed using Notebook Therapist notebook for the first half of the year, and that's why I decided to continue using it. That was my whole intention when I bought these Notebook Therapy notebooks. I bought it in bulk for both of these. As you would imagine, it is always better to buy in bulk. I'm going to use the Pigma Micron 05 in brown shade for all of the writing and outlining that I will be doing in this video. The reason behind this is that we are approaching winter, or we were entering into autumn or fall season, and this is the color that I resonate more with. I am also planning on releasing few of the new stickers. I hopefully will be able to have them live in a week's time from the time this video will be up. I will link my store details in the description below, so check them out. And also thank you so much for whoever has purchased since the inception of my shop. I always find it very fascinating. People from all over the world watches my video and then they support me in any way possible. Even sharing and liking my video is it means so much to me. So thank you so much. If you have been a regular subscriber to my channel, you would have noticed that I have not uploaded many videos in the last few weeks. This is primarily because I wanted to take a break from posting on YouTube and on social media to just focus on my mental health. Losing my pet cat Chunky was a blow to me and my productivity. I did not cope well. On the side note, I was also struggling to find a job in this market, and that was also affecting me in a lot of way. So it was stressing me out. I also lost another pet that was residing with my parents, and both these loss of pet has been devastating for me, and I think I just wanted to be away and just heal on my own and do justice to myself and also to you, my viewers, who comes back again and again to watch my videos. So that was the reason why I've been away. But now I'm back and I'm starting fresh with new ideas brewing in me, and I really want to bring them into paper. So with that, I've already finished the first page of the book, the notebook, which would be just a little collage in the below and then my name. The main part of this journal starts from the future log, where I am going to note down the important events or dates that I have to remember, and this would all go down in this page. So this would be mainly like my dental appointments, my wedding events that I have to go to, also people's birthdays. I have set them up, like the birthdays especially are on my phone calendar, but I also like to see them on my notebook because this is the place that I would be going back again and again. So I would want to have all of these details in one place so I know how I need to structure my days ahead and also take any breaks wherever is necessary. I am employed right now, so it is also more important that I have my work events scheduled. So I am going to plan out the days that I have to take care of my professional life as my career as a recruiter, plus my personal life and also this channel, because this channel is very dear to me. This was one thing that kept me sane in this insanity. So I really want to continue doing this. My posting, however, probably may not be every week, as this does take a lot of time and I'm not at that proficient level, I feel, where I can just spin out videos after videos, and I do not have any support. This is a one woman army that I have. So I need to do everything from the planning to scheduling and also posting and also have the script ready. So it's a lot of work, and since I'm going to be there in the office 9 to 5 and I also have to commute a bit, it's going to be a little difficult for me to spin out videos like I used to do previously. So the schedule going forward is going to be one videos bi-weekly, and that is fortnightly. So every 2 weekends I will be having one video, unless there is going to be one specific bonus video or I'm very excited about something that I want to share. Those are the videos that will be like bonus content that I will throw here and there, but those are not going to be so much in common. But yeah, I will be definitely reducing my frequency at least for the 1 or 2 months till the time I get a hang of things and balancing both my professional office work and my personal work, as well as my business and the YouTube content creation that I would be doing. So I hope you will be a little graceful and patient with me, and I really appreciate for you coming back and watching my videos. For the decoration, I have used the sticker set roll from Washi Tape Shop. These are the rolls which comes with the pre-cut stickers. It is very handy if you don't want to cut the washi tapes or the PET tapes, and I love it because that really reduces a lot of work and makes the journaling a more enjoyable process. I also use Tombow dual brush pen in 942 number. If you have noticed that I had made a mistake in the top where the future log stands, I, for whatever reason, did not see the log and I thought that I forgot to print it, but then it was there. It was just an oversight. So, yeah, that was a tiny mistake that I made, but I am happy that I was not so silly to miss out on the log to print as a sticker. Moving on to the next spread. This is going to be my goals spread, and it will encompass both my business goals as well as personal and professional goals. So in the business, I had certain goals in the beginning of the year. I really wanted to reach a certain audience. I wanted to also grow this channel. My vision for this channel is to grow organically as much as possible and have a community where we all come in and share our ideas. So far I have maybe reached 30% of the goal, and it is already more than half of the year. So I don't know if I'm really doing well with my business goals, but things happens, life happens that we don't really have a control over, so I am okay with that. I think I just need to ramp up really fast if I want to achieve that goal. So one of the goals that I have in terms of my business or in terms of this channel was to reach 10,000 subscribers by end of this year. So far we are a lovely community of 3,700 subscribers, and that just brings me so much of joy because I know that you are there through and through, and you have been there from when I was just starting out. So it really means a lot. But if you are watching me and you're not subscribed, please help me reach that goal. It doesn't cost you anything, and it really helps me in a long way to just spread my wings and reach to those audience who also enjoy scrapbooking, journaling, and just talking in general. Here I have just realized that I did not create a sticker for my goals, so I have to write it down. But it's okay. I think it just brings little variety to the whole structure. But it's just fancy way of saying that I have screwed up. Throughout this video, you will see me in multiple different wardrobes. It's only because I recorded these video in multiple different days. I was trying to find inspiration, motivation, whatever you want to call it. I just did not have those in me. So, whenever I was getting the burst of inspiration or motivation, I tried to take advantage of that, which some days were just 10 or 15 minutes, which is not great, but honestly, that was what I could spare for that day. So, I don't mind. I hope you will not mind. You would have also noticed that I do not have any videos for setting up my July and August spreads. It's primarily because of the same reasons. I haven't done journaling for the last 2 months, and honestly, I have missed it. So I am gearing up for the remainder of the months for this year, and September is my birthday month, so it is special to me. I am through and through an autumn baby. I love the moody colors. I love the crispiness in the air. Though I don't like the rain. I am in Ireland, which is funny because it always rains, and complaining about rain is just another day of having a conversation with anyone. But I do love the change in the season and the glorious color of nature. So, yeah, I am an autumn baby. So, September is my favorite month. which is funny and can be a bit childish if you ask anyone. I get excited about my birthday. I love to take trips for my birthdays. I'm, however, not sure if I'm be able to do that this year, but if I do, I would be taking you along. I will make a small travel vlog videos like I did for my last year birthday. We went to London, so I will link that up here so you can also go and check out the places that you can see if you are there for just a weekend. This next spread is going to be for all the movies that we have watched. So I like documenting the movies or the TV series that I'm watching. I don't really go ahead and make a separate journal or write in details about those movies or TV series like I do for my books. I love doing my reading journal. However, I have not made any, so I guess the next reading journal video that I'm going to release is going to be a recap of 3 months. And I did some reading. So that is going to be an interesting and long one. So you need to buckle up for that and grab your coffee or tea and just enjoy the nice cozy vibes. Coming to the movie list, let me know what was your favorite movie that you have watched in this year. For me, some of the movies that I really liked were actually Ghibli movies, and they are not the latest editions. They are really, really old, but then the innocence and the message that gets delivered in this beautiful artistic way of depicting life, I think those movies really spoke to me, and I know there are so many people who love Ghibli movies. So we went on well, I wouldn't say a binge watch, but there were a few movies that me and my husband we wanted to watch together, and we really, really loved it. Like he have watched all of it, but it was like a rewatch for him. But I have never watched them. So this was like my first time watching any of the Ghibli movies, and definitely they did not disappoint. I would highly recommend if you want to watch anime or animated movies, these are definitely one that you should give it a go. Moving on to the next spread, this is going to be for all the TV series that we are watching right now. I have watched some of the really good ones and some really, really bad ones. And I like to document and reflect on it maybe in like a few months, like or every few months, just go back and see how many movies or TV series we have watched. And it just gives an idea of how, at least to me, it's like how good or bad TV or movies have become. Like maybe it's the genre, or maybe it is the way that they're trying to please everyone and it is not niched down to a specific audience. But whatever said and done, there were few that I had expectations and they did not turn out to be good. One of those example is Kaleidoscope that is there on Netflix. It was a very interesting concept, but I think the execution was really bad. On the flip side, I really loved Ripley's, that is also on Netflix. It is the adaptation from a book, and there is also a movie called The Talented Ripley, which was released, I believe, 2 to 3 years ago. I really liked this series because first it was made in black and white. There were so many things, and the artistic vision of this depiction, it was so beautiful and I just absolutely loved it. The current one that we are watching is Unstable. It is a comedy drama, so if you want a light-hearted watch for just 20 minutes an episode, this is something that you can give it a try. Also, a quick appreciation for this sticker roll that I have from the washi tape shop. It is the perfect one to go into autumn. I love how this page has turned up. Everything has the warm, cozy color, and it is just my vibe. Moving on to the next spread. This is going to be my social media tracker for just keeping track of the number of followers or subscribers that I have. I am also tracking the number of admirers that I have on my Etsy shop. It is just something that I like to gather. It has nothing to do with overall performance is going. And honestly, I have not put in a lot of effort in my shop or on my social media presence. To be very honest, I do try to promote wherever is possible. I just find it very hard to just promote myself. I'm a little shy when I have to do that. So every time that I get an order or someone sends me a message on Instagram, I'm like super excited. I get very happy when I receive those messages. So it really makes my day. So yeah, I like to track them just to see how I am growing in numbers. Even though sometimes it can look very disappointing to me when I lose a subscriber or when I lose the followers, but then I understand it can happen. So basically, what I'm going to do here is make tiny squares for all of these different handles that I have, and at the end of every month, I will be just writing down the total numbers. So, for example, end of July, I think I had around 3,600 something subscribers, and end of August will be 3,700 something. So, whatever the number is going to be, is what I'm going to put there for my YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and Etsy. In the beginning of the year, I also wanted to do Patreon or coffee membership, but then there were so many things that were going on. I did not feel that it was the right time for me to start any big commitments like making a membership, because it is a monthly thing and I want to make justice on people's money. If I'm charging someone, even if it is 10 euros or 20 euros, it is still a hard earned money, and I did not feel okay when I know that I am not in a position to commit. So it will definitely come. This is something that I do want to do probably next year. This year just wasn't for me. But in that note, I actually want to do an advent calendar, and I will be doing a poll on my Instagram stories, and I will also post it on here in YouTube community page. Just want to understand the response from people, if there is a need, if there is an ask, if they would want to see. I don't want to make it like a very expensive one, like I don't want to go to that 100 euro bucket. It is a lot of money. I want to make a smaller one, maybe around like 50, 60 euros. Will have to come about that. So that is something that I'm playing around. I have seen a lot of people, already taking in pre-orders. I will be also doing pre-orders because it is kind of a lot of work and a lot of materials that will go in place. So I want to make a nice cozy one, a like small bundle, but it will be limited edition. I guess that's what we can call. Like, I'm not going to make like hundreds of orders on that. I'm just going to open it up for probably 10 at tops. I haven't yet thought about it, but yes, I will definitely take your input if you're interested. If 50, 60 euros sounds good to you, that will probably be around, I don't know, 60, $70 US dollars. I will try to figure out to be in a marginal line so that it is accessible to people, because I have seen people posting about like 150 euros, which probably will be like $170. And it is a lot. Like, I do want to support, but I can't. So I understand completely. So let me know if you would be interested in seeing an advent calendar from my end. I know as a content creator, this page or this spread makes a lot of sense, but if you are not, you can substitute it with anything else. So, this is just a general idea of how you can track numbers, if you know what I mean. Now, moving on to the next important spread that I like to have in my bullet journal, and that is for my periods tracker. I have spoken about it in my previous journals when I'm preparing or I was doing a review of my spreads, that this is an important one, especially if you have to track. And it is important to track because this is your health. And if you are not having regular periods, you definitely need to go and get yourself checked because there could be an underlying problem, or you might be having some issues that needs to be rectified before it gets to being a bigger problem in your life. It is never a pleasant moment when you are in your that time of the month, so I always like to make it pretty so I can come back and fill it up. And like, I look forward to the days in a very reverse psychological manner. I guess I'm just trying to not feel bad and dread those days. To me, in my mind, it's like, okay, I have a very pretty page and a spread to fill. So if these days comes to me, I'm going to go back and utilize that space. So it is like a reverse psychology that I am playing on myself, but it works for me. I don't know if it works for everybody, but I do like to beautify and use pretty things in my bullet journal. And that's the reason why we are all here, because we love pretty stuff. We love to use those sparkles here and there and the stickers, and like, just make it cute, make it work for you. So yeah, definitely, like, I love to do that, and I hope you do too. Each of the boxes that I have made for the months of the year, they are 8 grid spaces wide and 8 grid spaces in height, so they are perfect squares. The letters aren't going to be that big, as in I could have easily made it smaller or put all the 12 months in one spread, but that would mean that I would have to keep going back to my previous bullet journal to fill up the dates, which I did not want to do. So here I would have the remaining 6 months of the year, and I will have all the data that I want, and I don't have to go back to the previous one, which just works for me. I know a lot of people put the pixels in a year in one bullet journal, or they would put the entire period tracker, mood trackers all in one. So that might work for them, but it's just not something that I wanted to do. That's why I have made it separate. But do what works for you. I love the pixel in a year concept, and I have actually implemented that on my reading journal. So those would be the days that I read physical book or ebooks, and the days that I would be listening. So I have actually separated both of them, but it just looks very nice. I like to look back at it. It's just colorful, you just get to see everything at a glance, and the days that you have missed. Can also work for people who wants to do their habits tracked. It also works very well in the pixel in a year concept. Moving to the final spread of this video, it is going to be brain dump area, but I'm not going to call it brain dump because it just sounds dumb to me, and I don't want to make it feel very depressing. So it is actually going to be for my content ideas that I would want to do videos on YouTube, and also store ideas. So store ideas, one of them would be the advent calendar that I spoke about. I also want to do memberships, but membership is going to be postponed to next year, so I'm probably not going to put that. I do want to release new stickers and new themes. I have been toying around with the idea of washi tapes, predominantly in the pre-cut section. So the pre-cut PET tapes and pre-cut washi tapes, I'm not really sure which one I will be going ahead. I am yet to try out with few of the manufacturers that I have contacted. So exciting times. I really want to explore that area. However, going out to a manufacturer can be very scary because you have to be sure that you know that these items are going to sell. So it is nerve-wracking. So I'm not really very confident that I will be able to sell out, if because they usually ask for a minimum number, and that are usually very high. So yeah, it is a toying idea. Maybe I will do some samples here and there and see how the quality looks like. If I'm happy with the quality, I will be probably putting them up on my stove. But anyway, this spread is going to be pretty simple. I love using the craft paper. I have actually bought this from Journal Say, and if you like any of the products that I have used in this video, the link to all of the shops along with my affiliate code will be mentioned below, so that you can get some discounts. If you like anything from washi tape shop or Journal Say, all of the discounts will be mentioned. Just to put a disclaimer that I do make a certain commission when you purchase using my affiliate code. It is not a huge commission, but it definitely helps in keeping my channel alive and also my motivation. With this, we have finally reached to the end of the video. Let's do a quick flip through of all the spreads that I have made. This definitely is going to make my bullet journal look chunky, but we love chunky. Thank you once again for tuning in and watching my video. If you have liked it, please give it a thumbs up and share with your friends who also loves to do bullet journaling and scrapbooking. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and help me reach the goal. I just want to put it out in the world and don't want to rush doing it in the end of the year. So we are still there. We are doing our bit. So I would like your support, and that would really mean a world to me. Please also consider following me on Instagram, is where I would like to do the poll for the advent calendar, and your inputs would really help in determining the next steps of how the story is going to look or how my channel is going to look. The next video that I will have will be in 2 weeks time, just a reminder. Unfortunately, I am just not the best at the moment to do my time management, but I am trying. So I will try my best to get the September bullet journal set up by first week of September. It is going to be a little delay, unfortunately, but it is what it is. I will try my best to see if I can do it beforehand, but if not, it is going to be in 2 weeks time. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope you have a lovely day ahead wherever you are and whenever you watch this. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye! Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Alicia, and in today's video we are going to work on setting up my 2025 bullet journal in this travel size notebook from Notebook Therapy. This notebook has a velvet linen cover in the outside, which is no doubt a dust magnet. And if more so you have a pet, you will be having your pet hair sticking all over it. But I am living with pet hair, so it doesn't matter much. But to start with the setup, I wanted to first give my well wishes to everyone. Happy New Year, and I hope that you had a lovely celebration and you are looking forward to making this year as fruitful and as amazing as it could be. In the first page of this notebook, I wrote my name as you saw and decorated it with some sparkles because sparkles is life. And I wanted to keep the decoration to a minimal, but I also wanted to look impactful. So I have these stickers from Windry, from Kriya with Gabby. The label is from the washi tape shop. They are amazing in terms of the color coordination. I honestly did not try to do much of color planning before setting this one up, but I realized that over the month I have been gravitating towards a certain color palette, and I think this is the final result of everything coming together, and I really like it. It's small but it's impactful. If you have watched my previous setting up videos, you have seen that I always stick the awkward page up, but this time I'm going to take inspiration from Jashikarin and just creating an envelope or more like a pocket pouch. So here you would be able to keep any scrap materials or any references that you want to refer to, like your grid spacing. Ideally, you would be doing the grid spacing, and that is what I have also decided to go ahead with. I have taken the cutout from my previous notebook because I had some pages left and I tried it there, and it feels like it is going to be functional for me. I have never incorporated a grid spacing previously, and I thought that there is a reason why people have been using, because it is obviously very, very helpful. But then if you are going to just make the grid spacing in a page that is not transferable or is in between, so you probably may not get, or I know that I will not be motivated to go back to the previous pages and search for the grid spacing. This one works as a ruler, so that is definitely going to be more transferable and functional for me. Along with the grid spacing, I will be also making a key ruler. So all the keys that I'm going to use more in terms of like the completed task, the events, the tasks that I want to capture in my bullet journal, I would be using that in a more similar transferable ruler fashion, because then I would be more inclined to what I want to use each of the symbols for. In my previous journals, I have been using a very different keys to denote each of the items, but this year I thought that I will have a dedicated key for this particular year. I want to experiment, and I love experimenting when it comes to my journaling, so this is going to be one of those experimental phases. These lovely washi tapes that I'm using to cover up the entire spread is from Leela Journal. She has some amazing collections out there, and I did purchase a bunch of stuff from her. I really wanted to do a stationery haul video from all the small shops that I have bought in 2024, and that video will probably be out in end of January or maybe in February. The only reason that I am not going to be able to release it earlier is because I have other things that I want to release beforehand, which is more time sensitive. Coming to the word of the year, I wanted to go with progress, as everything that we do in my life, at least, I know that I am a work in progress. Whether it comes with journaling, whether it comes with my personal health, whether it comes with my financial status, it's all a work in progress. I have not reached to that point where I can say that, oh, I have mastered one skill and I can move on to the other. I do tend to do that where I would be switching between hobbies or switching between things, but it's not any way or any shape and form saying that I have mastered that. It's just my brain saying that, okay, let's try out something different. And, I just keep myself entertained in that way. So, my word of the year, that's why it resonates so much with me, because I know that I am a walking work in progress and I don't mind committing myself to trying out something new, and it may be an amazing experience or it may be a bad experience, but still I would know that I have tried and I will not beat myself in the future for not even trying. These girl stickers are from Winry R. She has her stickers most of the places, most of the stores carries them. I bought this one from an Etsy shop which is in Germany, and she was having certain discounts for all the PET tapes from Winry, and I bought a bunch of them because I really like them. The only issue that I would say is that they're not pre-cut, so you will have to cut them beforehand if you want it to be more accessible, like how I did. So one evening I actually sat down in front of the TV, and while we were watching stuff, I was just trimming these stickers out from the PET tape roll. The tapes are very smooth in texture. They are very nice, they look very premium. I actually had a very relaxing time that evening, just trimming out all these stickers and just pasting it in my sticker book. I also did the same for Leela Journal's PET tape. Right now, she has moved to pre-cut PET tapes, but her previous collection definitely were not pre-cut. Here is my grid spacing and key ruler that I have created. For the grid spacing, I did it offline because it was just going to take forever. This video itself is so long, and while I was editing, there were so many things that I wanted to edit out, but then if I did, it would just look awkward in the final video. I had almost 4 hours of footage for this setup video. I did make a lot of spreads that I wanted to incorporate for this year, so it did end up being a really long one. But then, if you are going to set up videos that are going to be more spreads, then of course it may end up being really long. My video editing skills probably will need to be worked on, and I guess that's another work in progress that I am watching a few of these creators who uses different tools to create the videos. I am currently using iMovie because I have a MacBook and I shoot my videos using my iPhone 14 Pro, just in case you want to know the tools. I also have an overhanging LED light with the phone contraption that you can find. That is the one that I usually use for the overhead shots. I also recently purchased a phone holder from Amazon. It is the Moft phone holder, which is kind of going around more in social media. So I got influenced by these influencers. It has been very nice. I don't know if it is to the extent where you have those snake hand kind of phone holder that you can attach to your desk, because those ones are longer and can be also molded to the way you want. So most of the shots that you will see like this one has been used using the Moft phone holder, which is very nice. It gives a very nice close-up shot. But if I want a sideways from a little bit further, like this one is on the snake phone contraption holder. I really don't know what are the technical terms, so please forgive me. Moving on to the next spread. This is going to be my year at a glance, but not for 2025, but for the previous year. I really wanted to write down the achievements of my 2024, what went well, what did not go well, but more in a concise way to see that the things that I have done and what am I proud of. This is a page for reflection. So normally you would be writing 2024 reflection, but I did not want to write reflection. For some reason, I wanted to write year at a glance. People would normally use year at a glance for the current year. So it would be more in terms of photographs, Polaroids, or maybe themes, themes that you would be making throughout the year for different months, and you will have a small snippet of these particular themes in the year at a glance. But I wanted to use the year at a glance for 2025. And for the decoration, I'm going to use stickers from Lila Journals. I'm going to use stickers from my own shop. So this sticker sheet that you see with the cat was actually part of the advent calendar. So this was not on sale for anyone. So these were made exclusively for my advent calendars. And if you were one of them, please show me how you have been using the items that you have received from my advent calendar, because I really want to know. Your feedback on the advent calendars have also been very inspiring and really makes me want to do more, because I do have other ideas. This time I did not include rubber stamps or washi tapes as such, but I did include some PET tape rolls from different creators. So this year I want to definitely try something that is going to be just exclusive to my brand. Moving on to the future log spread. This is an important spread in my bullet journal because this is the place where I would be capturing important dates, events, birthdays, or travel plans that I have, because I do have a huge travel plan this year. We will be out for almost 2 months from Dublin, so that is exciting. And I do want to capture the dates that I won't be there, so it will also help me in planning out my long form videos for YouTube. And also, maybe I would like to do a travel journal, so that would be exciting. So I do want to capture the dates that I will be away, also the dates for my friends and family's birthdays, because I do want to remember to wish them and not be that person that just forgets everything. So yeah, this is an important spread in bullet journaling. I have used a similar format in my previous bullet journal setup for the travel size notebook, and I really liked it. So I think this is a very functional way for me to capture important events and the dates. So I'm going to continue using the similar layout. I printed out these mini calendars. This is a smaller version of the calendars that were also in the advent calendar, but the ones in the advent calendar were a little bit larger size compared to these ones. I used the grid washi tape from Lila Journals to create this background. I really like a grid space or a gingham style pattern. If you have been following me, you would have seen me using gingham patterns in a lot of my spreads earlier, and I have also talked about how much I am in love with the gingham or the plate patterns. To finish off the spread, I'm going to use the stickers from Lila Journals, and this is her Lily of the Valley collection as well as from the Mushroom collection. They really go well with my overall theme, as I have been using her washi tapes from the beginning, so it just felt right to finish off the spread with her stickers. The next spread is going to be my social media tracker. This is going to be in a similar layout that I have used previously because it has really worked well. And if it is working well, why would you want to mend or change it? I haven't come across any other social media trackers that I really gravitated towards to use, so I thought I might as well just continue with what I have, and that has worked really well for me. So I'm going to do the similar layout where I will have 6 boxes against each of the social media handles that I have. For example, I'm there on YouTube, and that's where you're watching me. I have Instagram and TikTok, and I was also tracking the Etsy admirers. Last year, I was very optimistic and let's say very passionate about starting a Patreon, and I had also included Patreon as one of the boxes for my Patreon account, but I never really got around to making a Patreon page. So this year I thought that since I'm not going to start a Patreon anyway, I'm going to just limit my boxes for 4 types of social media handles that I want to track. Each of these boxes that I am creating are 4 by 4 grid spaces, so they are 2 centimeter by 2 centimeter. They are of the perfect size for me to include the 6 months tracking that I would be doing for each of the follower counts. I have been steadily and slowly growing on YouTube, which makes me very happy. This is not a full-time job that I do, but I do spend a lot and I do give a lot in each of the videos that I make. So it really makes me happy when people go and subscribe to my channel and leave their supportive comments, because this is free for you to enjoy, and your support by just liking, commenting and subscribing to my channel really motivates me to keep coming back and creating these contents for you. So if you are watching and you haven't subscribed to me yet, please do so, as that really helps in growing my small channel. I do have big goals for this year, but while editing this video, I realized that I never made a goal page. I have not really used the goal page in my 2024 journal. There were some big business goals or personal goals that I wanted to achieve. I would say I have achieved some bit of it, but I did not really go back to that page. I guess that was one of the reason why I did not create a page for whatever reason. Although there is no spread where you would be seeing my goals for the year, I might make a small reel or shorts where I would create the goals spread separately. And one of the goals that I have for my channel is to reach 10,000 subscribers this year. I know I had the same goal last year, but I did not really put much effort for a few months in summer, so that was a lag that I had from my end. So I wasn't really going to expect to exponentially blow up all of a sudden if there was no effort that was put from my end. But this year, I do want to reach that goal, and in order to do that, I would also have to learn a lot of the SEOs that goes into setting up for each of these videos, and algorithm is forever changing. So that is another work in progress for me. I do need to learn a lot about how SEO works on YouTube. There are a lot of channels that talk about it, but most of the time I feel that they are just fluff. So I do need to go and take some proper classes on SEO, I believe. But then, if there is someone out there who can help me in learning SEOs, please feel free to send me an email and we can talk about it. Moving on to the next spread, this is going to be a place where I will be noting down all the collaborations that I do over the year. In 2024, I was very fortunate to collaborate with some of the brands that I have admired over the years, and I was over the top and ecstatic to work with them. Some of the brands have been amazing, and I do want to work with them again this year. But I realized that I have not really noted down specifically of all these brands that I have worked in 2024. So this year, I do want to have one page dedicated to all the collaborations that I have done so that I can look back on the achievements or something different that I have worked apart from my usual journaling videos. Some of these collaborations with the brands also comes with specific deliverables, so I do want to track on what those deliverable items are going to be and also which are the dates that we have agreed on for me to publish those videos, because sometimes it has a clash with my own schedule and then I need to work around with either the brands or my own schedule to just make it happen. So yeah, this is a place where I would be tracking down on the deliverables that I am supposed to deliver. The right hand side page is going to be a place where I want to track 25 different things that I would like to explore in 2025. And this could be as simple as going to a new place or trying out a new experience, though you will see in the subsequent spreads that I have a dedicated place for capturing restaurants and places to explore or things to do. But these 25 things in 2025 would be a very simple place where I do want to try out something different. Maybe a girls' trip with my friends, or maybe a solo trip that I want to do. I don't know. There's just some things that I would like to try, and I have not really jotted down on these 25 things. So maybe I will fill it up as and when I have done something like this. But I do know for sure two things that will be very different this year. First is that I'm going to use an A6 size journal, which I have never done. Secondly, I have a dedicated art journal, which again I have never done. So this is going to be two of the different things that I'll be doing in 2025. Moving to the next spread, this is going to be my then and now spread. This is a new spread in my bullet journal where I will be capturing where I was in the end of 2024 and where I am or would be in the middle of 2025. Since this journal I will be using for the first half of 2025, I am not going to use this entire spread for the entire year. There are so many things that changes month on month, and I do want to be more cautious in terms of how am I tracking and if it is really worth tracking it. And this is the first time, like I said, that I am making this kind of a spread, so I do want to try it on a smaller scale and see the utility function of this spread. If this spread does not serve me well by the mid of 2025, I'll probably not make another spread for the next journal that I'm going to make. Though it is going to be a fun thing to look back on, more like a reflection kind of a spread again. So, some of the items that I want to track in this then and nows are my weight. I do want to gain a little bit weight. This probably may sound really wild to some because most of the time you would hear people on losing their weight, but I'm someone who finds it very hard to gain weight. So this is going to be my, then and now of increasing my weight. The other item that I want to also track is how much of savings I have had in the end of 2024 and where I would be in the mid of 2025. I would be also putting down my social media followers and subscribers in here just to have a quick glance on how much I have progressed. I can see that in my entire social media tracker that I have made, but this spread is just to have a quick glance. And if I want to make any further changes or amendments to how I am tracking things, this would be the place. It's again not a concise list. Like I said, there would be other things that I would be incorporating into this list, but this is a first time that I'm trying. I did get inspired by Jashikaran again from her then and now spread. She did it for the entire year. She did have examples of what are the other things that you can track. There was a whole list of things. So I'll probably go back to her video and check on the items that I can also track for 2025. Let me know if you are also going to use something similar to this, or you have already set up your 2025 bullet journal. What are the things that you for sure need in your bullet journal to be a more functional one for you? The next spread in this bullet journal is going to be my memories page. So predominantly what I want to do is stick some Polaroids from each of the month. Well, that was at least the plan for each of the month for the first 6 months. I do want to have one specific picture that really stands out to me for that particular month, and I do like the look of a Polaroid pictures or any sort of printed pictures that are pasted on a journal. I did that for few of the monthly memories and reflections in my previous journals, and I really like looking back at them because looking at these pictures just brings back all the memories of that day or of the person that I have gotten the picture with. The other idea that you can try to do for this kind of spread is just create the Polaroids as a outline, and then whenever you take the pictures you can just stick them inside those Polaroid boxes. I have tried that in one of my initial journals, but this year I didn't want to do that. I just want to keep it as open as possible because some of the pictures I know for sure that I'm not going to print them in my Insta X, which creates a really large size of Polaroid. And since this is a travel sized notebook, the real estate in this notebook is very precious. So I need to print them in my sticker paper and then cut them according to size so I can fit in the 6 months in these 2 pages. This spread definitely turned out to be one of my favorites because of the clusters that I made using all the different stickers from my shop, from Leela Journal shop, and also the scattered line that I used to create the boundary just makes it I don't know, a bit dainty, a bit feminine, and I know for sure that I will love using this spread. Of course, to give the spread some oomph, I'm going to sprinkle the sparkles all around the main clusters, and that's about it. Moving on to the next spread, which is going to be my restaurants that I would like to visit or try this year, and also some social experiences that I do want to try. The restaurants are mostly going to be for different types of cuisines. Recently, we watched a YouTube video where this creator was talking about Ethiopian food, and that really looked very spicy and very exciting. So, there is one restaurant in Dublin city center that we have narrowed down. It is a smaller establishment, so I'm not really sure how good the food is going to be, but the ratings on Google at least shows that it is a 4.2, 4.3, which is fairly good. So if it is a 4-star out of 5, I would definitely like to give it a shot. The other one that I want to try is an Argentinian bakery shop. It has some of the very famous Argentinian pastries. They do have empanadas as well. I love the empanadas, they are very delicious. But I do want to try out the different pastries that they have. So that is again in the city center. So these two I know for sure that I want to try. But apart from that, we do have a lot of pubs, we do have a lot of restaurants in Dublin, and I haven't been to a lot many. So, if you are in Dublin or you have visited Dublin before and some of these restaurants have really spiked your interest or you really like them, let me know in the comments below as well. One of the social experiences that I am going to explore is going to theaters and also to a ballet. I booked a ticket for a ballet experience. This is going to be in February, but that is something that I have never been to. I have never been to watch a ballet. So that is a very exciting experience that I am looking forward to. The added glitz to this ballet is that it is going to be in dark and the performers are going to wear LED stripped dresses. So it is going to be magnificent for sure. Moving on to the next spread, it is going to be for things that I need to do on a weekly, bi weekly, monthly, and quarterly basis. It is a variation of the things that I did last spread that I actually made in 2024 part 1. I was not really updating it on a continuous basis, so I had not created the spread in the second part of the journal in 2024. However, I came across this variation and I feel that this is going to be more relevant to how I function. So there are things that I do weekly, there are things that I do bi-weekly, and I need to have these items mentioned so that if in case I forget to do the chores, I can always reflect back on them and do what needs to be done. For example, changing the brush head or my toothbrush quarterly is important. So in the quarterly section, I will be putting down changing of toothbrush. For a weekly item, vacuuming and dusting is something that I do on a weekly basis, but sometimes I do lag. The other item that I have to do weekly is watering my plants. During winter, they don't really need a lot of water, so I tend to do only once in a week, and they have been surviving well. I do not have any finicky or attention seeking plants, at least for now. I have very nice plants who bears with me. So watering them weekly has worked phenomenal for me during winter. Bi-weekly, I do change my bed sheets as it is recommended, and I do want to keep a track of those things. Again, monthly you can do, if you have a car, probably you will have to do cleaning of the cars. I don't have a car at the moment, so I don't really need to do that, but monthly I do want to do reflections. I want to do a savings check, an expense check. So those are some of the financial checks predominantly that I will be doing at the end of every month. This spread will not have a lot of decorations per se, but I do like the PET tapes from Lila Journal, and I have used along with my stickers from the advent calendar, and I have just sprinkled them all around. I do want sufficient space for me to write, so I feel these 4 boxes that I have made is going to be good enough for each of the categories that I have made. While you watch me decorating this spread, let's talk about the giveaway. The items will be from my shop and some of them will be part of the advent calendar. I wanted to do an advent calendar giveaway, but then it's already old, you would have seen it. But then it is going to be a mystery box for whoever is going to win this giveaway. So here are the guidelines. First, you need to subscribe to my channel, leave a comment about what are your goals for 2025. And as an added bonus, you can also follow me on Instagram. It's as simple as that. The giveaway will be running for 2 weeks, so make sure to leave your comments, subscribe, and follow all the rules. The winner will be announced on 17th of January on my community tab in YouTube. So make sure to also turn on the notification bell, so the moment I announce the winner, you will be notified. And if you are one, I will be asking you for your address so that I can send it over to you. Now back to the setup. This is going to be a spread for my content ideas and store ideas. The content idea spread is mostly going to be for my long form YouTube videos, the ideas that I have in my mind, the videos that I want to create. It's just one place all that I can go back and reflect to. Sometimes ideas just comes all of a sudden to me, or I get inspired by others, and I do want to write it down so that I don't forget and I can plan and schedule these videos accordingly. The store ideas will be predominantly for my store, Chunky World, and it is a place for the store ideas, like what are the items that I want to have in store so that I will be able to sell them. Moving on to the last spread of the video, this is going to be my periods tracker. I have always created a period tracker in my bullet journal. It is an important tracker for me. I do like to track them and keep the information so that if anything needs to be discussed with my gynecologist or my general physician, I can tell them on all of this information. My goal from the beginning has been to make the period tracker the most prettiest as possible in my journal spread. And I think with this decoration that I have done, I was able to achieve that. I really like this washi tape from Leela Journals. It gives a vintage wallpaper kind of a look, and all of her stickers has this matted, very muted color, so definitely that is a vibe. And I feel like 2025 we are going to see a lot of Leela Journal products in all of these other creators. She has been phenomenal in creating these beautiful designs and products, and you would also see me using her notebook for my reading journal. I am very excited to use these products. I don't know how good the paper quality is because I haven't really used them now, but they are 160 GSM paper. That means they do have a good quality to it. They're not going to be any bleeding or ghosting. So that is something that I am looking forward to. My goal for this particular spread is to make it look as pretty and as dainty and feminine as possible. That's why I'm going to use a lot of the girl stickers, the doilies, just to give that vibe. The boxes that I have made are 3 by 3 centimeters. That means they are 6 grid spaces on both sides. It is a good enough space, and I feel that it should be enough to write the start date and the end date of my period. I'm going to remove this girl sticker because I really wanted to add this magical door. I felt that the color would be a perfect match to the overall setup, and it kind of looked like it was just hanging in there. So the window definitely makes a difference. Little bit of layering always makes it a difference. Then I'm going to add these washi tapes to the top and the bottom to just have that added layer as well. And with that, we have reached to the end of the video. Thank you so much for joining me today. Let's do a quick flip through before we end it. I am really pleased with how the entire setup have come up. The color combination, the designs, the stickers, and all of the hard work that all these other creators have put in have definitely made me make a bullet journal that would work for me, especially when it comes to the grid spacing idea or the wallpaper kind of washi tape from Lila Journals. I think these are all a very good combination, and I am definitely looking forward to using these key and grid spacing ruler that I have created for this year. And I want to stay true to the word of the year. I have definitely a lot of things that I need to work on, and I do want to improve myself. So this is going to be a year of progress, not only in my personal life but also in my professional and on the business side. If there are any specific video or any specific products that you want to see from my end, also please do let me know. You can DM me on Instagram, or you can leave a comment in the comment section down here. If you have watched till the end, please leave a mushroom emoji so that I know you were there till the end. Please don't forget to follow the rules for the giveaway. Like I mentioned, the giveaway winner will be announced on 17th of January in my community tab on YouTube. So make sure to also turn on the notification bell. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you have a lovely day or night whenever you're watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye! Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Alicia, and in today's video we are going to set up my new bullet journal. This has been a tradition in my channel that I will move into a new journal halfway through the year, and this is the new travel size notebook that I'll be using. This is again from Notebook Therapy. I really love this yellow linen cover. It is so bright and so perfect for summer. I know this notebook will be used till the end of the year, so maybe not the ideal color for autumn and winter, but I am in summer right now. I am recording this in middle of June, so pretty summery, I would say. Though it is still 14 degrees Celsius in Dublin, so it's not really summer, but it is what it is. I love that every notebook therapist notebook comes with their own customized paper clip, and for this one, because it is a lemon theme, the paper clip is also lemony. This brown fine liner, I got it from Journal Say. It was part of the collaboration that I did, and the link to that will be also mentioned below if you want to check out some exciting stationeries from Journal Say. If you are new to my channel, hi, I am so glad you found me, and I hope you will stick around to see some of my creativity that I pour into creating this journal for my bullet journaling. I love using stickers and making collage for my journals. I normally, at least last year, I was drawing every bit of the monthly spreads that I would be making for the journal. But this year, because of time crunch, and also I have so much of stationery that I have collected over the years, that I really want to use them and not feel restricted to just one part of it. So To decorate this page, which is going to be my name page, I am going to use the washi tape from my own shop and also this sticker book from Journal Say. All of the items that I'll be using will be mentioned in the description below with some affiliate codes, and that means that if you purchase using those links, some of them will give you discounts in your total amount, and I will also receive a certain small commission that really helps in running this channel. For this setup, I really wanted to go neutral boho. That is also kind of my theme. I have spoken about my decor and boho style that I really like in my personal art studio, or my rather work studios. That is also something that I'm going to incorporate in my journal. You will see me wearing different sweaters through this video because I have recorded it in 2 different days, and also the light is going to keep changing because we have partly sunny and cloudy and rainy days while I was recording this. So the lights are not the best. I am in a hunt for getting really nice soft lights. I am not sure which one would be good because Amazon reviews sometimes can be really sketchy. So if you have any really good soft lights that you use for your recording, if you are one of those creators, please mention that in the comment section because you'll be really helping me out in creating better lighted videos, because I really cannot be dependent on the natural light, especially in Ireland when it rains 5 days in a week. So yeah, any help and suggestion is always really appreciated. Anyways, moving on to the next spread. This is going to be just like a holder. I have done something similar in my previous bullet journal that I have been using for the first half of the year, and I will pretty much emulate the same thing because that system has really worked for me so far. And this big white washi tape roll that you are seeing me using it here as a backdrop looks so good. It looks like a wallpaper, and it is from Lila Journals. I'm going to use this washi tape pretty much throughout my setup, and it's going to be like the anchor element through the beginning of the setup. And I really like this. It just gives such a sophisticated and elegant feminine vibe to it, and I'm kind of really liking that. So the first page of every notebook is that awkward page. I used to glue it down before, but beginning of this year I wanted to try out making a pocket instead of just gluing everything. So I've done that, and I've created the grid spacing and the key guides to kind of make it more transferable. So you can see here how I have used the grid spacing and the key guides from my previous notebook that I'll be transferring it now to the new one, because that was the whole idea of creating these rulers that I can just pick it out from one and put it in the other one, so that I don't waste my time creating grid spacing over and over again. To create the titles and the headings of each spread, I'm going to use my Fomemo printer and these printer papers that have been kindly gifted to me by Fomemo. Thank you so much, Fomemo, for sending this over. I have used this printer for many years, and I think this was one of the earlier version of Fomemo printers, and I bought them in 2021. So it's been with me for a very long time, but I really love using the printer because it is a thermal printer, so it doesn't really use any ink, and the print comes up so vibrant. They sent me even the colored papers this time, so even though it is a black and white printer like a thermal printer, it does print in colors these days because of the paper. So if you like any of these, I will be linking them below in my description, so go check them out, and they are really affordable too. So thank you for Memo for sending this over. I really love the glittery shiny paper that I got from them. It is so good. It has that charm to it that I really wanted to bring into my journal. And you'll be seeing me using them throughout this process, and even more so, I guess, in the future. To be transparent, they sent me the printer papers only. They also wanted to send me the printer, but I already had them, and I was like, look, I really love using this printer, so just send me the new papers and I will give it a shot. And they were very sweet. They sent it to me in mid of March. At least that's when I received it. And I was supposed to release the collab video in April, but as most of you know, I wasn't around. I was traveling, so I couldn't carry a lot of my stationery stuff, and I honestly could not do a video recording for them. So it is a bit delayed. So I'm sorry for Memo for this, but it's better late than never. I have this video up, and I honestly made the perfect use of it because I really didn't want to write all of the titles, and my handwriting is not the best. I am not practicing enough to make it pretty. So if you are one of those people who doesn't have pretty handwritings, and I am one of them, I would always rely on technology and use them to my advantage. And this is one of those technology that I would say is really helpful so that you can make your spreads functional as well as make it look pretty. The printer papers have the sticker background, which is really convenient for doing journaling. They have the app where you can download a lot of different fonts if you opt for the premium one, but I have used the basic app. So even with the basic app, you can do a lot of creativity. There are a lot of new designs that they have put up, like the fox one that I did in the colored paper, and there is a section for the colored printings. But I'm assuming that if you want to print any of the normal designs on a colored paper, because these colored papers have labeling on them, so even if it is like a normal black design or any other colorful design, when you print it on the pink paper, everything will be printed as pink. So that is something that you can always try. The only problem with that is that you cannot have all the colorful prints. For that, you will obviously have to rely on a photo printer or the big printer that you will get in your home. Anyway, going back to my decoration, I am going to do collage style. As I mentioned, this sticker book has been so handy for me to do all of these designs, and I have used also some elements from Paper Monogatari, and this was from her Dark Academia collection from the beginning of the year or the last year. Here is my cat Tigger. He was very intrigued by my whole mess on the desk, and he wanted to check what I was doing. He's not a very cuddly boy, but then sometimes he just shows his affection and he's just investigating here, and I let him. Moving to the next spread, this is going to be my future log where I will be recording all of the important dates and events that are going to happen in the next half of the year. This is predominantly going to be for capturing the dates when I need to remember my friends and family's birthdays, any events that I need to go to, also anniversaries, special dates, like kind of those remembrance. So yeah, I haven't been to watch any concert this year. To be very honest, I haven't found one which was going to be a good one. So yeah, I don't know, maybe some opportunity will present and I will record it in the future log, but for now it's mainly going to be all the events and dates and birth dates that I need to remember. I was also going to create the calendars using the Fomemo printer, but then I really wanted to have this brown element, so I opted to write all the dates by my hand using this pen, and thankfully the pen is so smooth and it doesn't give me the finger cramps after writing down so much. So that was a positive, and I can confirm that it is a good pen. They come in a set of 6 or 5 different pen sizes, so this is the 0.1 size that was perfect for creating the smaller details. To bring in some consistency with the spreads, I'm going to use the Fumemo printer to print out the name of the months. And this is how they have all turned out. This was more in the size of 2 centimeters, no, less than 2 centimeters. So it was for the two grid spaces, so it would be 1 centimeter. And this was actually perfect to have the consistency that I was looking for, and also not to write all of the names of the month. This is just something that I wanted to do. I could have easily written down like I did the whole calendars, which was more time consuming than it would have been for writing down the titles. But when it comes to having the cohesiveness and have a flow, it just felt right to me. I used the normal paper here instead of the shiny gloss for the main title. So this was just a plain white paper background, and the font was similar to the one that is in the main titles. To finish off the spread, I will be using the washi paper stickers from that same sticker book and just sprinkle it around so that it looks more balanced. On the right hand side corner, you would think that with the girl sticker in the corner, it is taking up a lot of space, but don't worry, that's why I have a space below to write down all the important dates. Moving to the next spread, this is going to be my social media tracker. As someone who has a YouTube channel and also occasionally post on TikTok and Instagram, I do like to see my progress over time. Though I am not very consistent when it comes to TikTok or on Instagram, I sporadically do my postings there. My main postings always happens in YouTube because I love making longer form videos, and I feel that I have more connection with my community here. Instagram is just on a random fleet that I would like to post something, or on stories. If I get some new stationaries, I like to show off there. But my main area that I like to spend my time is obviously on YouTube. I used to track even the Etsy admirers in my previous social media tracker pages, but I've come to realize that I am actually not, again, being very active on my shop, especially this year since I was traveling and I knew that I wouldn't be able to spend a lot of time making orders and being on top of things, especially with a full-time job. So I have taken a step back. It is open currently, so if you still want to go and check some items, I don't have any new items that I have posted there, but I do want to post some new stuff. Especially I would like to do some fall or autumn inspired theme because I love the falling leaves and the autumn colors. I'm an autumn baby, like I've said before, so I do love making autumn spreads. But that's not the only thing that I want to do. I want to again do an advent calendar this year. Last year was my first time making an advent calendar, and I was surprised. Like, I wasn't expecting so many orders to come in, to be very honest. So I was not really prepared on the amount of work that it will go through. So this year I'm trying to be more proactive. So I will probably start taking a pre-order in August so that it gives me enough time to gather the supplies and do everything, because I'm the only person making it, and I did enjoy making the advent calendar last year, so I do want to do it again. So as and when we progress through the weeks, I will keep you guys posted whenever that is going to happen. And if you're interested, I will also leave the link to the shop where you can go and do the pre-order. Just a note that pre-orders will take time to deliver, and the SLA in my mind to do the shipping is in the first week of November or maybe last week of October, so that any shipping delays that can incur, because that's kind of like when everybody starts doing deliveries, I am planning to do the shipping early November or late October, so that 3 to 4 weeks of time in hand, everybody will get their advent calendars way before the 1st of December. But then again, that's kind of like the planning that I have in my mind. I will also have some shop updates soon. Not sure what exactly I'm going to do with regards to the themes or anything, but it could be somewhere around dark academia or coffee or tea themes because these are something that I like. Anyways, coming back to the spread, each of these square boxes that you are seeing here are 4 grid spaces by 4 grid spaces, so they are not huge because, as you know, the travel size notebook doesn't have a lot of space, but I do love how these have turned up. I have used the similar kind of a format for my previous year's social media tracker, and I really love how it looks towards the end with how I have progressed through my YouTube subscriber count. I am very honored that I get people to come back week on week, even when I'm not being consistent in my postings. And I have spoken about it. So I am really, really grateful for you guys dropping in week on week and supporting my channel. If you also want to follow me on Instagram to check behind the scenes or any of the new stationaries that I am getting my hands on to, please give a follow. I will mention that in the screen up here as well as on the description below. I don't have a huge following there. It's also part of my mistake. Like I said, I am not a very avid Instagram person, but I do like to follow people, get inspiration from them, and there are a few of my creators that I love supporting, not just financially, but also posting their contents and showing the love over there. Because I know it means a lot even when you cannot support them financially. Even a small comment or like definitely helps your favorite creator. So if you want to do that to me too, please do that. I will really appreciate it. And I would also like to follow you along in your journey. So drop that follow and let's be friends. Moving to the next spread, this is going to be my collaboration spread. Last setup that I have done for the beginning of this year, I actually made just one pager thinking that not many brands will be reaching out to me to do collab, and I was like, one page is going to be enough. Turns out no, because there were some very interesting collaborations that I have done in the past, and they were very sweet to come back and do another collaboration video with me. So I am very honored that they thought that I could bring in a good content for them and utilize the product. So this time for the second half of the year as well, I am anticipating, hopefully. I do have a few already in progress, which I'm very excited about. I am planning to do a live video. I have never done a live video, so I guess that is going to be hopefully a good experience. I need to really set up my desk because it is mostly for doing this kind of shot. I don't have a big room. It's not a craft room. It is small. It's a multifunctional room. So I need to kind of adjust the things and make it more functional. I do a lot of edit in my videos. So when I'm also talking, there are a lot of fillers that I use. If you have not noticed, that's something that I edit out because I also get annoyed when I'm hearing a lot of my own fillers. So hopefully this collab spread will be filled up by the end of the year, and I'm excited. If you want to see any new brands or collaboration from my end, let me know. I can reach out to the brands. Hopefully, I'm not a very big channel. I'm a nano channel in terms of what they call in the industry. I believe that if you are more than 10,000 is when you actually qualify as a micro channel. So I'm like very, very tiny in this whole big pond of YouTube, but I love my community. I love my channel. This is my passion project, and I will bring in all the best from my side to give you the content that you will also enjoy. Moving to the next spread, this is going to be a then and now spread. So basically what this spread will hold is few things that I am trying to track in from the beginning of the half yearly till the end of that half yearly. So for example, in the beginning of this year, I tracked down few of the things that I wanted to track, like my weight, my financial status in terms of my savings, and also checking in with my friends, and few important things that I wanted to keep in track with. Now that we are approaching towards the half of the year, so on 30th of June, I will be tracking down again more in terms of my weight and how I've been doing, and kind of like a reflection on all the important things in my life. And from 1st of July till the end of December, that will be the then and now spread again, which will be captured in this one. This idea I was inspired from Jashikaran, and she has amazing ideas when it comes to tracking things in your notebook and your journals, and how you can make journaling as an effective tool. I don't go too much into those details, but then if you are someone who wants to track everything and have all of those details and be more productive and do the grind, I think you should definitely go and check her channel out. She's an amazing creator, and she's very, very inspirational. She used to be a teacher, so I guess that kind of comes very naturally to her when she's teaching all about journaling and bullet journaling. So she's amazing. So go check her out if you don't do already. One of the things that I also wanted to mention is about the giveaway in this video. I am very excited to do another giveaway for setting up a new journal. This is going to be again a collection of items from my own personal stack and some of the stickers that I will be creating specifically for this giveaway winner. This time I am planning to do two winners, so if you are interested, here are some of the rules that you need to follow. First up, you need to subscribe to my channel, and secondly, just let me know what you are planning to do with the gifts that you will receive if you are chosen as the winner. It's as simple as that. You don't have to talk about a lot of your goals, or you don't have to give me too many details. Just tell me what is it that you want to use them for. The giveaway will be open for 2 weeks, so it will be until the end of this month, and the winner will be announced on 1st of July. Moving to the final spread of this video, this is going to be my period tracker spread. I have been tracking my period on my bullet journal for the beginning of my bullet journal journey. I also have an app on my phone where I use to track it digitally, because I also have a watch that kind of syncs in with everything. So it is nice to have all of these details, because it is kind of important to know when your cycle is going to happen, so that you are prepared. At least for me, I am someone who likes to be prepared. I am someone who likes to watch trailers before I go for the movie, because I need to mentally prepare myself if this movie is worth my time. I have told this before. I like to watch reviews of books. I would like to watch reviews of the series and movies. So it's just trying to minimize the risk of wasting my time, which in this regards, I wouldn't say wasting my time in my periods, but it's kind of natural that it happens. I just want to be prepared, because if these are the days that I feel that I'm not going to be in a position mentally, physically, emotionally to give out, I just want to be prepared, so that people involved in my life, especially my husband, is kind of aware that he needs to be there to support me. Also, I do need to go to the office, so those are the days that I'll probably won't be commuting to the office. So it just helps me to plan my days and my month. So if I have any videos coming up, I can prepare myself beforehand. It is a good way to also track and see if there are any sort of irregularities or you are having delays, so that when you meet your GP or your gynecologist, you can discuss about any sort of irregularities or delays that you are having. I have been very fortunate to have a very consistent periods over time. There has been a delay here and there, but it has never been a major delays. I know some people who have had major issues, but thankfully I have not experienced that, and I have a lot of empathy because it's a lot of hormonal changes and your body goes through a lot. So I really give my full on support to people who experience pain, because I have a lot of pain and I don't like it. And I'm sure a lot of people who watches my video, if you are one of those, know that I have you in my prayers. To decorate this spread, I'm going to use most of the stickers from the Dark Academia PET tape by Paper Monogatari. I have used them extensively for my reading journals because they are Dark Academia and they are beautiful. Like, I love her collection that she released for the Dark Academia one. She's an amazing creator again. I like utilizing other people's great work in my notebook so that I can also admire them. Each of the boxes that I have created are 7 grid spaces by 7 grid spaces. This is large because I just want to have the dates highlighted. They're mainly for me. I'm not going to broadcast it to anybody, but it's just I like to create a very pretty page, and I have been doing this from the beginning of my bullet journal journey. And I like it to be pretty because these are not the pretty days. If you know, you know. Well, friends, we have reached to the end of the video. But before we close out, let's do a quick flip through of what we have created so far. I really love how everything has turned out in this video. I really love this boho decor in the sticker books that really made it very easy for me to envision what I want to create. The washi tape has been one of my favorite washi tapes of this year, and I cannot just get enough. I hope she will keep creating more of these kind of beauties so that we can all appreciate them. I love how the grid spacing and the key rulers were so key with regards to creating this pocket, because that is such a functional piece that I have in my journal now that I don't think I'm going to go back to creating the traditional one on the front page of the journals, because they cannot be migrated into a new one, or it also becomes difficult when you're trying to create any boxes around in your new journal. I love how all the fonts are cohesive, and they definitely makes my journaling experience a pleasure to do. I want to take this opportunity again to thank Fomemo for sending me the gift. They are amazing printer paper. They are thermal papers, so obviously they don't utilize a lot of ink and they run a longer time. Like I said, I have the printer for a few years with me now, and I have been a fan of using Fomemo printers since the time I got them. They are amazing label printers, so I use the printer to mainly create labels when I am shipping out my orders. But with these newer printer papers that I have, I can now export and get all of these pretty details as well in my journal. If you have liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell so that when the winner of this giveaway will be announced, you will be notified, as well as I will be posting the winner's name on the community tab of YouTube. Please also follow me on Instagram. I will be posting most of my behind the scenes over there, and I hope that you will follow me along so that we can be part of my journey together. I hope you are having a good day or night whenever you're watching this and you're enjoying the summer. If it is a pleasant summer, I am really looking forward to the glorious Irish summer. So I hope you have a lovely day ahead, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!
Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm Alicia and in today's video I'll be setting up my 2026 bullet journal spreads in this lovely travel size notebook from Leela Journals. This is from her previous collections and I have been meaning to use this notebook for some time but I never got the opportunity, so I thought that I will make this as my 2026 first half of the year bullet journal. To start with, I am going to write my name and then just sprinkle some dots and sparkles all around because this cover page does not really need any more decoration than it already has. The first page of every notebook is that awkward page which I really don't enjoy using. So what I will do is I will cut half of the first page as I have done in my previous journals as well. The 2025 journal setup will be linked in the description below if you want to get more ideas and references. But for this one, I will do pretty much what I have done for my 2025 setup. This washi tape is from Lila Journal as well, and here I am going to use this white washi tape as more like a background or a wallpaper kind of a theme, where I will use the left hand side of the spread as a pocket where I will eventually put the grid spacing and the key. So in order to do that, the lower half of the page I have actually glued on the sides and then stuck them on the previous page, and then I will cover up the front page as well so that it has a continuity with the entirety of the left hand side. I initially thought that I will also do the same on the right hand side, but because of the sticker paper that I am going to use throughout this video setup is not very opaque, I used a clear matte sticker paper which I really love using for my stickers. And if you have been around, you know that I used to have a shop on Etsy which I have kind of stopped using and selling stuff over there, predominantly because 2025 has been a year of a lot of work. I have been very busy. I have traveled a lot, and that essentially meant that I could not give the required time that running a shop requires. This was something that I really wanted to try out, and I am very happy that I was able to do that. And I have shipped to more than 20 different countries in that small amount of time that I have tried to run a shop on Etsy. It has been very fulfilling. It has been very gratifying for me. So I will always cherish that time. Unfortunately, I had to prioritize some stuff. So I just thought that that's not going to work out on the long run. But I do intend to keep making stuff. So eventually, I will try to venture into some things. The ideas have been brewing in my mind, and I will probably talk about it in the next couple of videos. So stay tuned and subscribe so you don't miss out on any big events that I will like you to be part of in my future. Coming back to the spread, I am going to go with a very floral theme, and the word of the year hence is bloom. So I wanted to use these stickers from Kriya with Gabby. This was from her advent calendar, and I just felt that since my word of the year is bloom, flowers are just the easy and apt way to use it. I also have a lot of stickers and a lot of PT tapes that I have received from that advent calendar, which I have also done a big unboxing that I will link in the card and the description below. With this last sticker in, I will leave this spread for now, but I will come back and draw borders, and I will show you the grid spacing ruler that I made for this year. So, to make my life easy, I printed out all the small calendars for the future log, as this has been a very important and also functional spread in my bullet journal. This spread essentially is for all the events and birthdays and appointments that I would like to have at a glance. I have a calendar, but I don't mostly use the digital calendar. I know a lot of people would use them in conjunction with each other, and that really works. But for my 9 to 5 job, I fill up my calendars with all the tasks over there, and that does not percolate to my personal calendar. So I keep my work calendar and my personal calendar very separate. This is one of the ways that I try to bring work life balance, though I would be someone that my husband calls as a workaholic, but I try my best to have that division and bring that balance to my life as best as possible. To give you an idea about each of these calendars, they are roughly 4 centimeter in square. So they are 4 by 4, except for February, probably because February has such this perfect month for a Sunday starter that it finishes on a Saturday. That's just a quirk that I noticed, and I was very happy to know that. To fill up the spread, I will just use these pre-cut PET tape and sprinkle all over. I really like the muted pink and the flowers because it just goes so well with my theme. Moving to the next spread, this is going to be the then and now and my collab tracking spread. So the then and now has been really copied from Joshi Karen's one of the idea video that she posted. So this is where you track where you were at the beginning of the month or the year and where you are at the end of the year or the month. In this case, since I will be using this notebook for the first 6 months of 2026, I want to note down few things at where I am at the beginning of the year. So I will note it down on 1st of January. So these would be something like my weight, my savings at that point, my stats on social media like YouTube and Instagram. I don't really track TikTok anymore, and I have spoken about it before. Though it sounds fun, maybe I will do it in the future. I don't really post at all over there, so I just use that for my guilty doom scrolling pleasures. Because honestly, I have found so many amazing creators on TikTok, but then I just don't have the mental capacity to post everywhere. Like, I am horrible in doing my Instagram posts. So forget about TikTok. And I don't want to just cross post the same things. Like, I want some variation. So if you follow me on Instagram and you have been subscribed to my YouTube channel, you would see completely different postings and content from my side. I am not a heavy content creator, but I do try my best to do it. So, yeah, the stats on the left hand side and the collabs are all these amazing brands that I get the opportunity to partner with. I don't do, or I haven't gotten the opportunity to be a paid content creator, but I do like partnering with some brands that I really feel goes well with my contents, and I feel that my audience will enjoy them. So yeah, so that's why the tracker is small, because I'm not going to do with a huge amount of brands, right? So that's just that for me to see over the years how I have grown and who I have partnered with. Moving to the next spread, this will be my social media tracker. This is one of the trackers that I have incorporated probably like 2 years ago, and I really enjoyed
this particular way of tracking, and I'm just going to continue doing it because why change when it is working, right? If it's not broken, just keep using the same thing. So this time I'm only going to put two things: my YouTube tracking and Instagram. I have removed Etsy, I have removed TikTok, I have also removed potential Patreon. So, Patreon has been in my bucket list for a very long time. I really want to make something on a smaller basis where I can continue to fuel my creativity, but also have other people enjoy what I like to create. But I also feel that if I'm going to do this, I also want to make good products and justify when people are willing to spend money on me or support my creative vision. So I don't want to just make it and put extra burden on me, knowing how my crazy schedules are at times, that I don't want the Patreon to be an added burden. And if I am subscribed to someone and I am Patreon members to other creators, so when they talk about all the hurdles that they sometimes have to go through and the pressure of them, and they are full time creating stuff, they don't have 9 to 5 like me. So I kind of like to take those lessons in and justify to myself when the correct time would be. So if that happens, you would be the first to know. But like I said, I do have plans brewing in my mind, so I will keep you posted when I have figured out a proper plan. Anyway, to talk about the spread, the tiny boxes over here are 2 by 2 centimeters, so they are small squares, enough to write the numbers, which is slowly but for surely growing. And I'm very, very happy and excited about what 2026 is going to bring my way. At this point, I realized that I have not made a proper border in the previous spread. So I will go back and make the borders on all the previous spreads so that it looks more contained and put together rather than just floating. The elements are not floating, they are all part of the same family. So this just gives a more holistic approach. I don't know if that's the right way to put it, but I just felt that that just looks more put together and more professional finish than just putting things and sticking them on your notebook. Anyways, moving to the next spread, I have my period tracker. I have been using this tracker or in the similar fashion, again similar to the social media tracker, for the last 2 3 years, or since the time I feel that I have been bullet journaling. This is a tracker that is very important to me because this is the tracker that I make sure I always go back and update at the end of the month, because I need to know if my periods are regular, if there has been some change that I need to be careful about so that I can talk to my GP and, just be more conscious about my health. Fortunately, I do not have any issues in this area, thankfully. But I am 36, I'm an old girly here. I will eventually have a lot of problems, I would assume, as with any women in this world. We are always burdened with all the unnecessary problems. So, um, here we are, just have to take that extra caution and precaution so that you, or I in this case, because this is my notebook, I get to live a better and healthy life. I do have a tracker on my iPhone. So it does come with a period tracking, your menstrual tracking over there. And I do have an Apple Watch. So everything kind of works in there, but I also like to see this data in my notebook. For some, this may be redundant, but for me, this is very important because, like I said, I do have my personal calendar, a digital calendar in my phone, but I don't really use that much. I prefer using my journal because this is where I will write it down, and this is something that I use every day. So the period tracker is also one that I like to look at and just be remembered and prepared that, the days are coming and I just need to take it slow and be mindful of my surroundings so that I don't get overstimulated. Moving to the next spread, this is going to be my movies and TV series tracker. Last year, I planned of separating these list from my bullet journal and migrate it to a separate notebook altogether. That was a very wishful thinking. I have not noted down one single letter in that notebook that I thought I will use for my movies and TV series or media journal, right? So that was predominantly going to be my media journal. But like I said, 2025 has been hectic. There has been a lot of things, so I did not do that. And this year, at the end, a couple of days ago, my husband actually asked, like, which was our favorite movie? And I was like, I don't remember. And he was like, don't you write it down? And I was like, yeah, I do normally, but I did not do this year because I thought I will migrate, and that didn't happen. So I am going to bring this back because this is something that I liked, and I want to see how I have consumed my media and what all have I watched that I actually enjoyed that I want to recommend. And this year, I don't know. I have written it down in my Hobonichi A6 somewhere. When I'm enjoying some show or I'm enjoying some music, I have written it down over there. But it's something that I will have to fish through. And there are 365 pages over there because I have been very diligent on updating my A6 page. But this is important since I want to know. And I haven't done that. So this is there now. Anyways, moving to the next one, which is going to be my content idea spread. This spread is also important since I love making YouTube videos. I try to explore new ideas. There will be obviously the standards like my bullet journal plan with me videos for every month, my reading journal. I will make some changes over there. Instead of doing a monthly ones, I will do a quarterly ones because that just works. And predominantly because I have plans of reading really long books and series. This is what I have done this year as well, and I have enjoyed it. That reading is something I do for pleasure, right? So I don't want to consume overconsume, right? So overconsumption in fact is not good. So yeah, so that's where my reading journal is going to be a little bit different, which I hope to release soon for 2026. So stay tuned for next month, and you will get the setting up of 2026. But this content ideas page is mainly for all the different ideas that I want to try, and see how that works. Next up is going to be a slight change in my monthly setups that I'm going to bring to the yearly ones. So this is going to be my habits tracker. Normally, I would make a separate page for all the habits that I like to track, but I really wanted to condense it and bring it into one spread where I get to see the habits, how I have been keeping up with it at the 6 months glance, which is going to be interesting and different. But I do like the idea of making pixels, and I don't know if I'm going to use different colors or maybe just a dot and a tick mark. Probably just a dot and tick mark for now, but it may change. This is where I will track my 6 habits that I want to track this coming year. That's going to be my reading, taking a walk,
It's more like indoor walking or outdoor walking, journaling, no spend, no soda, and taking my vitamins. So these are the 6 habits that I want to do for the first 6 months of the year. And I hope I will be able to be more on top of my games and I am able to update this. This also turned out very nice at the end. So right now you will just see the vertical lines, but I will also make horizontal lines and make those like grid, and I really like how the outcome looks. While you watch me decorate the spread, let me talk to you about this giveaway. I have hit my 10,000 subscriber goal this year, finally, and I cannot be more thankful to you guys for supporting me in this journey. So, to enter this giveaway, it's going to be very simple. You need to be subscribed to my channel, and if you are already subscribed, just leave a comment on what is your goal, or what do you envision, or what is the word of the year for you that you have selected. That is all. Just subscribe to the channel and let me know either the word of the year or your goal for the year. And I will select a person randomly, and I have an extra notebook therapies travel size notebook. So I just want to give you a heads up that it's going to be a travel size notebook, and I will also create some stickers as like a starter kit for you so that you can use them for the upcoming year. I know this video is coming out very late, and it's also because I have been sick, and if you haven't noticed, my voice is a little off. I'm just recovering from a very bad flu, so I've been coughing a lot even throughout this video that I had to edit out. I had to do a lot of editing. So yeah, just a heads up that the giveaway winner will receive a bundle kit that you can use for yourself, or you can in turn gift to someone who wants to get into bullet journaling or journaling just in general. Like, that's the gift that you can give someone. And I feel journaling is so important that everybody should benefit from doing this daily habit. Anyways, that's what the giveaway is all about, and the competition. So yeah, make sure to comment down below in the comment section. Moving to this spread, this is going to be the year at a glance spread, and this is where I will just stick some pictures or quotes that I have enjoyed throughout this year. And it's a very simple one. It's purely aesthetic. You can use this spread as a functional one in conjunction to your future log, but I'm just going to keep it as simple and as aesthetic and fun as possible. Going with the fun theme, I am also going to bring in a new spread in my bullet journal, which is going to be the bingo spread. I have seen so many people making this bingo spread, and it looks so much fun that I wanted to also be part of this fun. So I'm going to make a very tiny bingo box for myself. As you can see, this box is just 2 centimeter by 2 centimeter. Each of these boxes are very tiny. So my things that I have in mind, which I have not fully committed to, that I want to do in order for me to play this bingo board, but it needs to be small. It needs to be really small because otherwise it will not fit into these boxes. Nevertheless, I want to incorporate some of the things. So one thing that I really want to do is travel to Japan. I guess that's something that I want to do, but we'll see. While doing the research for this bingo box, I also looked into some of the spreads on Pinterest. So I will probably pick a few things to do from those spreads from other creators and see if I am able to achieve any and mark them as completed in this box. On the left hand side of the spread, this is going to be my vision board. I did not print a vision board sticker and that I'll be using it because I just wanted this spread to speak for itself. I really want my life, like I want to romanticize my life, and every little details of the day-to-day activities that I do, I want to make it special because once I leave this moment, it's gone forever, and I want it to be special. So every time that I do an activity, I will make effort to romanticize it, to make it nice. And look, not every day is going to be glorious, not every day is going to be sunny and bright and happy. There will be all these ups and downs, and I feel that the downs are also important so that you can appreciate your ups. I always like to say that I love watching all those horrible reality shows or a really crappy movie because it's like a palate cleansing for me, and I can then appreciate the good ones even more. And if I continue watching all the good movies, there will be a stagnation point where I wouldn't enjoy them anymore, and I don't want to reach that point. So romanticizing my life, traveling, consistency in my income, and being disciplined. And I have 20K subscriber as one of my, vision board things that I want to vision or envision for my life in 2026. It's going to be hard, and it's not easy. It took me almost 3 years to reach 10K, so 20K is going to be a lot. So it's going to be a very high ambition, but it's out there. I want to do it, and I hope I will be able to reach 20,000 subscribers. But with that, we have reached to the end of my 2026 bullet journal setup. I truly enjoyed doing this, and it is very late in setting up, and I hope you will still be able to get some inspiration from this video. Like I said, I really wanted to do it beforehand, but I just could not. I was very sick and I had a lot of work. So, yeah, this is where we are. A bit down, but not defeated. I am looking forward to what's out there for me in 2026. This is the grid spacing ruler that I created offline because it was just going to be a really long video if I brought you in making this. It's a very simple key that I have made a similar grid spacing and key ruler for 2025. It is very portable, so when I create my next half of the year bullet journal spreads, I'll be using the same ruler. Possibly. If I continue using Leela Journal's notebook, I will probably use the same one. But if I migrate to a different company, it may be a little bit different. So I will think about it in 6 months' time. That's my 6 months future problem. Nevertheless, I hope you have had enjoyed your Christmas break and have been taking care of yourself. I hope you had a lovely time with your friends and family. You got to do what you wanted in 2025 and you are planning for a better 2026. My 2025 has been very fulfilling. I am very grateful for the great times that I had. I got to travel a lot. I got to do a lot of meaningful work, and I also donated to our local cat charity. And that's something that I will always be very proud of. I never talk about all of those, but I love taking care of the stray cats. That's just me. Now, since we are going to wrap up this video, just want to remind you, make sure to subscribe and participate in the giveaway. I will be announcing the winner on 10th of January. So it is going to be almost 2 weeks that this giveaway will be up. So make sure to follow the rules, very simple, and I will be sending across the gift as soon as I have the shipping address and all the things that I need in order for me to ship them. If I don't receive an update from the giveaway winner for the first 48 hours, I will choose another one. So make sure to also turn on the notification bell so that you get notified every time I post on my community tab, because that's where I will be posting the giveaway winner. I hope that 2026 brings in all the love, success, and prosperity to your life. Make sure to romanticize your life, prioritize your love, prioritize your life, prioritize your peace. And that's what my wishes are for you.
My next video is going to be the 2025 bullet journals flip through. So I am very excited to show you what I have been up to in my journal. I will also probably do a flip through of my Techo A6, and those are going to be a little personal, so we will see how that goes. I am also working on the travel videos from Marrakesh and Bulgaria, so that's also in the plan. So you will see them in January. I hope you have enjoyed this video, and if you have, please hit the like button and a happy new year to you. I will see you in the next video very soon. Take care and bye bye.